Good morning. What a jump scare, but bear with me. So, hello, good morning. Welcome from the world of we do not have it all together, but we're trying our best. And that is the world that I live in. So today I'm gonna vlog and I had an idea. I was gonna do a whole vlog about ways that I thank myself and like as if I had it together. And there are certain things that I do that do bring me a little bit of peace and make my life a little bit easier. But to be fair, this just isn't the week for that because we are not feeling like we have it together. So I will include that little dinner time hack in this video. Don't know where, maybe it'll be after this clip, I'm not sure. Basically, today's video is going to be a spring, getting ready for spring because it feels like spring. We are having beautiful weather. It feels so nice. And we are going into April. So I figured let's do a springtime vlog where somebody, being me, is out there just trying to do all of the things, failing at some, succeeding at others, and just gonna share kind of my day and come along with me. Share with me what you have going on and what's going on in your life. And yeah, we're going to basically, I'm gonna start off the day. If you know me, you know I block schedule, rough block schedule, because anything, I have commitment issues with committing. I am sitting here answering emails, getting ready for my work day. I have done the dishes, cleaned up the kitchen. I did not vlog that, but it's okay. And I did a load of laundry. And so basically what I like to do is block schedule my day. So the first bit of my day, I wanted to get some chores done that were stressing me out and I needed to do to get myself ready for the day. Now I'm gonna work for like an hour and then I am going to get myself ready and go to the gym or walk. I don't know which one I'm gonna do. Something to move my body. I have not been doing that at all. I have not worked out in over a week. So I need to get back on that train. It's just been really hard. There's been a lot going on. So I haven't been able to. And then, yeah, then we are going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to buy things to make lasagna. I'm gonna make 2 lasagnas tonight, one for a family and then one for our family. And then I'm gonna do that, prep all that up, ready to go, deliver that at some point, work again. And I have a mound of laundry to fold. We were out of town. We got back into town and then I just haven't had a minute to even fold one load of laundry. So I still have the clothes that I need to put away from the trip. I have the clothes that I need to fold and organize and put away for just this week. And yeah, so here we go. I also wanted to mention that I know my upload schedule is a little bit finicky. Sometimes I vlogged and uploaded Thursday last week. This week it'll probably be Sunday. So I'm either gonna be vlogging Thursday or Sundays or both. So it just kind of depends. I'm kind of just wanting to see which day is better based on what you guys enjoy and what kind of upload. I had some people that said that they would prefer the Thursday, but then a lot of people said they like the weekend. So I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of do both for now and then we'll see what we land on. But that's about it. Now I'm gonna get to work. All right, so my husband is not feeling well, so I'm making him some rustic chicken noodle soup, homemade. And I figured I would share with you guys. So for this, I just do chicken in the crock pot. I do a humongous batch of chicken, and I do a bunch of spices and butter and all the good stuff. Basil, rosemary, oregano, garlic salt, onion powder, salt and pepper. And I just cook that in the crock pot, a big batch, like a big thing of chicken. And then I shred it up like 3 big breasts, and I cut up carrots, onion, and celery, and I added chicken broth and vegetable broth. And then over here, this is where the chicken was cooking, and I'm taking out the rest of it, which is about 2.5 to 3 breasts. I'm cutting it up, and we're talking like the big Kirkland breasts from Costco. So probably like 5 normal. And then I just kind of cut it just like this, like either in like shreds or whatever. I do not like it chunked, you know? And then I'm putting it into a container because then tomorrow night I'm gonna make a chicken casserole with like a rice pilaf and green beans. So yeah, being that it is sports season and every single night of the week, we have multiple things every single night. Like every night except for Thursday, we have 2 to 3 activities to be at. So doing something like this where I bulk make all of the meat and then create recipes for the next 2 or 3 days, using that meat is key. I mean, it's the only way that I'm able to get a homemade meal or semi-homemade, however you want to look at it, meal on the table in time for us to eat. Now, typically in our household, we eat a pre-dinner and then we have a post-dinner. So we'll eat at the beginning. If anyone's hungry, they can grab it. And then when we get home is usually when I eat, my husband eats. And sometimes the kids will eat a little bit more. But yeah, it's crazy during sports seasons because there's not a lot of we try to still eat as a family as often as possible. Like Thursday nights, we definitely do, and on the weekends. But during the week, it's just not doable. Are there little tips that you do that your future self thanks you for? This is just something I've always done, and I always am so thankful. Like last week, I did a big batch of ground meat, and so we did enchiladas one night. We did tacos because the kids really wanted that, and then I made a bolognese. So it just really is one of those things where it just helps so much to just have the protein cooked up, and then you just have to make the sides. And even with the sides, I will pre-cut all of the things that go in the pot so that it's ready to go when I'm ready to cook it. So, anywho. All right, and as you can see, I am adding the ingredients for the chicken casserole. This is the next night when I'm making the meal with that chicken that I had made in the crock pot. So we're just adding in the green beans, the cream of celery, the chicken, and then I'm gonna add in some spices, some butter, some yummy seasonings. And then as this is being prepared into the dish, the baking dish, I am making some wild rice pilaf over at the stove. So after I'm done adding all these seasonings, I'm gonna go back over to the stove and grab that cooked rice pilaf and add it to the mixture, and then give that a good stir and add some cheese for toppings. And then we're gonna move on to the day that I started you on. So that was a little flashback to the days prior. Okay, change of plans. I worked a little bit longer because I needed to get a couple things done, and basically I'm blocked in by working trucks. They told me they'll be done, and I'm like, just don't worry about it, it's fine. So I'm gonna fold the laundry now, and then I will go. I don't even know if I have time to work out, so I probably will go take a little walk and then go to the grocery store. But anyways, this is only half of my mound. I've got, I don't know if you guys do this, but with 3 kids and adults, I typically do 3 baskets, 1 for each kid. And then I do this basket for my clothes and Sean's clothes. It just works out really nicely because then I can just put these baskets by their dressers and then they unload them. And then I always do a pile for each kid's clothes so that they can put hangers on them and hang them up. So I don't know, it just helps me. All right, I'm gonna start folding. And I figured I would just chat with you guys while I'm folding because why not? Sorry if there's noise. It's just always loud over here. We have 2 homes under construction, so yeah. Anywhoozits. So basically I wanted to chat a little bit today because this video is just a very honest look at a day in my life. And, you know, as positive as I love to be and as much as I like to share the realness of life and how it is for moms. Like, I feel like a lot of the time when I'm watching content, it feels like a bit performative, as if the days that are being shared are the good days only. You know what I mean? And for me, I mean, yes, I have great days where the productivity is great and I'm able to tackle all of the things and be super, you know, on it. But then there are a lot of days that I am not, and that it is difficult to find that kind of energy, you know, that is required for getting it all done. You know, I find that people that I follow that kind of are trying to be tough love maybe with people and like, get up, do what you need to do, you're gonna feel so much better. I'm like, okay, but also that is true. And I do believe that like having a routine and following it is important. There are times in your life and there are days in your life where the routine has to go to the side and real life has to take the forefront, right? And of course, if I follow everything to the T that I enjoy doing every single day, my life will feel really nice, but it's just not reality. Not with 3 kids, not with a job, not with keeping up with a house, like all of those things. And not with being like the mom and the wife and the person I want to be and how I want to show up in my life. So I don't know, I wanted to share that because I feel like there's a lot of content out there that's like, this routine is going to save your life. I do agree to an extent. Like, I definitely have my non-negotiables a day, but they're realistic non-negotiables. And they're things that just like have to happen to keep a clean environment to cook and live in. But just know that like nobody has 100% of a clean home, 100% decluttered home, 100% of this and that and the other. Like, nobody does. No judgment. I'm just saying that nobody has it all together. Nobody does. And if you think anybody does, they don't, you know? And I know I've said this before, but I just really want to tell you that. I feel like I have to impose that wisdom on you. Typically, if people are able to show up in one way, it's because they're having support in others. And that's support that you may not even see. You know what I mean? That's like, you know, people that they hire or anything like that. So just know that you're doing great. Whatever you can get done today is wonderful. It's fantastic. We're not trying to like win any awards here. You know what I mean? Like, none of us are going to win an award for having the cleanest house every single day of our lives. If you're doing it for you and your mental health, that's great. But if you can't get to it and you have to just let it go for a day or 2, that's okay. You know, you'll pick it back up and you'll get there. Yeah, I feel like right now I'm in this algorithm where I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is not real. And this person has it all together because it's their job. Their whole job is to have their house completely clean and decluttered. So keep that in mind too. Like, these people are making money off that content. So of course they're going to have their house clean and decluttered because they're monetizing it, which is great. Good for them. I mean, gosh, I wish I could get in on that. Anyways, I felt like I wanted to share that. And then I wanted to share something else too. All right, another tip is that if your kids play sports or activities, I always have everything clean and ready and laid out in a living space so that they can grab it and go get changed when it is time. So tonight we have softball, so that is all laid out. All right, sorry it's loud, but here is the load. I still have like a half load after this. Let's see if we can get it done. All right, laundry is folded and organized. I have another load of towels, so I'm gonna wait to put all that away until I'm done folding those. And then the kids will have to put away their laundry when they get home. But this room is good. I need to do the floors today, and I still need to put away all this Cub Scout stuff, but that includes, I have to sew some things on, iron some things on, so it'll be there till probably next week. And then I'm gonna go take this bag right now when I'm going to the grocery store for the giveaway. And then this room is all tidied up. I still have our craft boxes out because Archie's working on a project and he has to finish it today after school. But it feels so nice to have this area, you know, cleaned after having all that laundry there. Okay, so first step in the lasagna. Just got home. I tried to buy everything BOGO or on sale. I had to go to Publix because that's where I was at. And yes. So I spent $160, but that was for all the things for 2 lasagnas, 2 Caesar salads, and then I had to get laundry detergent and shampoo and conditioner for me, shampoo and conditioner for the kids, and body wash for the kids. So what else did I get? Cleaning stuff. So, you know, I actually did really well. Okay, like $160 is pretty good. I should have shown you guys what all I got, but I forgot, and I'm running out of time. So I am just getting the onion sauteed up. Anywho's it, I am getting this onion sauteed up. I'm gonna add a little bit of minced garlic, and those, I did an entire onion. I'm doing a big batch of meat sauce because I'm, like I said, I'm doing 2 lasagnas, but I'm also gonna try to save a bit for some spaghetti. So a lot of onions that you'll see here, but you know. Right. So we have a pound of lean ground beef, and then I did a little less than half a pound of the Italian sausage. I did mild because this is for a breastfeeding mama, so I don't want to give anything too spicy, but we want it flavorful. So I'm just gonna cook that all up in here. I put some Worcestershire. I'm gonna do salt and pepper and some garlic, minced garlic. Okay, so I go ahead and I strain a little bit just because it has that onion. I mean, there's not a lot of fat because it's lean ground beef, but I don't know, that way it doesn't get super watery. So I just strain a little bit, just whatever will come out of the pot with the top on it. All right, and then I'm gonna add in my spices, so hold. All right, so for spices, we're gonna do Italian herbs. And I don't know, I don't really, I guess you could say a teaspoon, maybe? I don't know, I put quite a bit. I like flavor. Then I do basil leaves. I don't do a ton of those because you already have the Italian herbs, but I do like that in it. I do some garlic salt. Like I said, do as you please, okay? Then I'm gonna do a pinch of pepper. Make sure your hands are clean. And a pinch of salt. And then I'm just gonna work that all in really good. Put down the pot now that everything's browned up. The onions are sauteed, the garlic is sauteed. It's all incorporated together. I'm going to now add in the sauce. And I don't buy any, now my favorite is like the olive oil and garlic one by, I can't remember who it's by, but it's olive oil and garlic. It's the only one that's olive oil and garlic. But this is my other favorite, and beautifully enough, it was on BOGO. So I'm gonna put in as many jars as this pot will hold, and then I'm gonna save a jar just for toppings. And then I'm also gonna add some tomato paste, and then I'm gonna let this sauce cook up for about an hour. I like to have the sauce cook up for pretty much like all day, but I just ran out of time, and it's fine since it's going on lasagna. If I were making this for just spaghetti, I would add in spinach and You could do zucchini and carrots and just make it super full of some veggies, but I don't know their preference. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna keep it simple. And then maybe next time if they want it again, because I'm gonna try to make them dinner every week. If they want it again, then if they want like more of a bolognese, I can do that. But this is just a very simple meat sauce. Okay, so here is a look at the sauce. I have it on a medium low. I'm gonna put the top on it. It's getting to a bubble, if you can hear that. Put the top on it, and I'm gonna put it at a low, because this is a hot stovetop. You can hear it bubbling. You don't wanna bubble it. You want it to bubble for a minute, and then you wanna put it on low. Okay, so I'm gonna check on this in a minute, make sure that bubbling went down, and then I'm gonna let that set for however long until I'm ready to assemble the lasagna. All right, and then while that is cooking, I went ahead and I cleaned up. I pulled out all the things that are non-perishable that'll be needed for the rest of the recipe. Now I have my ice cold water. I'm gonna go work for a little bit, and then my husband's gonna be home with our Costco haul, and I'll share that with you guys. And I also got her a little candy. When I was breastfeeding, I was obsessed with candies like this. So I got her that, and then I got these yummy chocolate chip brownies. I wanted to make some brownies, but I just ran out of time, and those are really good. So have that. I also got them some cinnamon rolls for a quick breakfast and a Caesar salad. So, you know, just trying to bring a little bit of happiness. Other thing I like to do is have a pretty piece of art. Sometimes I'll have music playing, but just depends on my day. And then I like my little candle warmer. It just gives off a nice little scent, or I'll have my oil diffusing. So sometimes this is my whole view. I don't know why that, I guess it's the LEDs but it's not flashing for me. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't. It's very weird. Anyways, it's a very beautiful day out, as you can see. I do have another load of laundry to fold. I will get to that, but it's super nice. I did not get to go on my walk, which I'm sad about, but I'm running out of time. And I just need to get some work done before our nighttime stuff commences. So it's 1 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna work for about an hour. Then I'm gonna fold that laundry. I did wash my sheets from my bed. I'm going to put the sheets on my bed, fold that laundry, and then I'm going to start the noodles to start lasagna, but I need to get like an hour of work in. I've only gotten like 3 hours in so far, so here we go. All right, here's our Costco haul. It was $2.19 for everything. We've got 4 things of bacon, big old thing of stir-fried vegetable. This was all part of my Publix earlier. Carb balance, tortillas, Aussie bites, pretzel crisps, 2 different types of bread, eggs, teriyaki, Z-bars, Cliff bars, 2 hot dogs, Eggos, 3 gallons of milk. I think 1 is whole milk and then 2 are Lactaid. We got chicken tenderloins and steak. So that's all that. And then remember I spent $160 earlier, but that was for shampoo and all that and the food I got. All right, so I cooked the noodles. The sauce is all ready. Okay, so in the cheesy mixture, remember I'm making 2 lasagnas. So I have ricotta cheese, mozzarella, Parmesan, 2 eggs, Italian herbs and seasonings, salt and pepper, and that's it. So I'm gonna put that all together. All right, so I created an assembly line. So I have my noodles, the meat sauce, some extra marinara, and then the cheese sauce, and then my 2 dishes. right, here are the 2 lasagnas. This is theirs, this is mine. I'm gonna sprinkle cheese on top. I did sparse sauce on top of ours just because we like lighter sauce lasagna, but I did it, you know, really good and yummy for them. So now I'm gonna put on the Parmesan and mozzarella topping, sprinkle a bit of Italian seasoning, and then I'm gonna bring it just like this, and then they can cook it whenever they want. It'll be good in the fridge for 2 days, and they can cook it whenever they want, so it's nice and fresh. And the other tip is to spray the inside because you don't want all that yummy cheesy stuff to get stuck. So just spray the inside, and then I'm gonna put the temperature and the time for cooking. So yeah, this is a look at our lasagna all cooked up, and I had delivered the other one to the family, and it was delicious. I will leave the recipe in the description below. I follow it loosely depending on what we enjoy or the person that I'm making it for enjoys. And we'll see you either Thursday or Sunday. Love your faces.